like for you?
It was really smooth. Chief Basher, we worked from the 1st of January in 23, and he left or he retired in December. Um, the transition went very smooth, um, and we're moving forward.
And how do you feel about just easing into this position? It's kind of going from detective to front and center like this. It's not an easy transition. What's that been like for you?
It hasn't been bad. Again, with Chief Basher having me work on some of the roles and stuff last year, it was a smooth transition coming from the detectives into here.
And there's so much. I mean, something me and Chief Basher talked about before, and I think you probably experienced this yourself. Is there's so much change going on in law enforcement just from what your role is and what your how you represent yourself out in the public now. And there's just so many aspects. Kind of, how have you guys adapted to those changes? Especially when we were talking about drones and a lot. It's a very open ended question.
Right. We have a great group of people here. Um, I have much respect for every employee at this department. There really isn't no changes needed to adapt to this. I think we're well respected in the community, and I know that our officers and our dispatchers, our employees, respect the public.
And it's not often where you have a community that has so much respect for law enforcement, knowing that you sometimes have to be not only a police officer but sometimes a counselor in a lot of instances when you show up to situations. What's it like when you have that kind of relationship with the public where it's not everyone's hands up at all times?
We're very lucky. We have a great community support. If anybody has issues, they contact us. Like you said, we're the police officer. If there is times that we have to speak with somebody, our officers are all CIT trained, where we can help de-escalate some situations, and if folks need help, we're here to help them.
And one more thing, speaking of community support, you guys got a tax involved, and you've kind of seen these tax dollars in effect through officer salaries to retain officers, to bring them new officers in. Of course, you got a nice fleet out there and some building improvements. How important are taxes like that, and how important is it for you guys to show not only that you're worthy of these tax dollars, but you're spending them in the right way in a very public fashion?
Again, we're very thankful for the citizens that approved that quarter-cent sales tax for public safety. It's very important for us. Again, like you said, we have a nice fleet. We're able to retain our employees. Um, it's kind of like a tug of war between, this agency has raised their pay, this agency has raised their pay, so we've got to stay in competition so we can retain our employees.
And do you think being able to retain your employees kind of helps your relationship in the public when, this isn't Officer Bill Briggins just pulling me over for a speed ticket. This is Officer Bill,
It does help retain. Most of our employees are 7 years or more on the force. We've got two or three that are less than 2 years. But yeah, I think the pay does help uh, retain our employees.
And, you guys seem to have a philosophy of hire within. Kind of, why is that? Because, when you see a police chief, it's suddenly, oh, let's scan the entire country for the new chief. But here, you just had someone up here and it was hire from within. Why is that? And secondly, do you think that helps you retain employees when they see, hey, there's a ladder up and it's not just, move to a different department?
First of all, for your first question, to go within in the department, for that shows that we're a good department, that we get good training. So that as long as we keep getting the training and moving forward, that's how you can move up, and it keeps it right here in the department.
And what do you think that says to the other officers when they see that, hey, this guy moved up? There's a chance that when
there's always room for growth. Yes, mm-hmm. Yes.
And one more question is, what's next for the Cameron Police Department? You got so many things going on with your drones. basically your relationships with the area law enforcement, whether it's the Missouri Department of Highway Patrol, or
Mhm.
you even have a SWAT van out here. Kind of, what do you see next for the police department, in the near future?
Well, as you know, you talked about our fleet outside. Our council, the city staff at City Hall, they every 4 years we lease our vehicles. That's due to the maintenance. So the first 3 years, if anything happens to the brand new vehicle, it's covered under the warranty, unless of course oil changes or stuff like that. So in the next budget year, we're going to be asking to replace these cars because we've had these 4 years. So that's probably going to be our big push. And two, we're lucky to sell those vehicles outright. So we get that cash and then put down against the new fleet that's coming in. So that's probably our next big thing that's coming. You talked about our drone. That's a great program. I've talked off to the side before that the two drone pilots have had it out. They've assisted other agencies. You spoke about our relationship with Highway Patrol. I think our relationship with all the counties around us, DeKalb, Davies, Clinton, Caldwell, everybody has a good working relationship. We have our fire department, our EMS, everybody. It's like a big team.
All right. Well, no, that's all I got, man. We went through a lot in like 7 minutes. I appreciate you. No,
Yeah,
no, you're
yeah.
good. That's
No,
a good interview.
no,
That's a nice, tight interview. Is there anything you'd like to add? Anything at all? Or?
no.
No.
We're here to work with the public, and we enjoy it. So
Absolutely. Well, no, that's all I